listeners may find the following footage deeply disturbing. For more awesome content, like and subscribe now. Lock and load, bitches.
All right, you've been warned. Good morning. Adam, good morning. Good morning. Let's see. JT is looking at us on a big screen TV. Sorry, JT. We're probably about to crack that thing. Morning, Hank. You're leaving us, Peddling Profits. Good morning. So is Derek, good morning. Ping, good morning. Miss Vintage Memories, good morning. So I guess is everybody ready for 26? It's coming in 2 days, whether you're ready or not.
No,
2 days.
no, I'm not ready because I got an email that says I'm gated out of a product.
I guess it'll be fixed before the show ends.
No, nope.
Is this one is this something you were referring to in your blog post this morning?
Yeah, I lost a vendor.
I thought you had mentioned that they were going to they didn't care if you sold online.
They're opening their website and retail back up, but it was it's a $40,000 profit that's at risk, and they will take back a good chunk of the market. I don't care. I really don't. I haven't planned 2026. I've been lazy. I've been going, I'm dragging my feet about it. And now I understand why I was dragging my feet. Because this changes everything. I was starting a new year with them, and now I don't have them. So I got Whatnot instead.
I don't think that's a fair trade.
Oh, I make a lot more on Whatnot than I do with them, with less headaches.
Per hour, you probably do for sure.
That's right, JT. Today it is I don't know why I keep thinking.
It's New Year's Eve.
I've had it in my mind that Friday is the first for like 2 weeks now, and I can't get it out. So while all y'all will be celebrating the first Friday, I'm gonna get up and go, "What the hell? Did I miss the first?"
It's okay. I decided I was going to stay up and watch the ball drop last night. I was a day ahead.
I decided
I even bought a celebratory can of Spam and ate it, waiting for the ball to drop.
I was gonna wait for the balls drop last night too, but Johnny told me to get my dumb ass in bed.
But Lag's right. That's always a risk with wholesale.
Yep.
If you do well, the manufacturer's going to say, hey, what we need him for, we can do it ourselves. Over the last January, tomorrow will be 19 years in business for me. E-commerce.
Just wait, only 30 days, y'all, and I can buy my own printer. Because my time with John will be up, and I can buy my own printer to carry on.
That's fine. You can get one now, dude. I don't think you want to.
No, I can't.
In 19 years, I have not had one manufacturer not come back to me and go, okay, we screwed up.
Yeah, I don't think it's nice that you're going to open up your retail operations again, but I don't think they realize how easy they had it.
They'll find out. Somebody's asking me about the chess pieces. They are off at the moment. I turned them off. I don't. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the chess pieces. I need to redo the listing. I had good sales before Christmas, and then I had a couple people request returns, and they were all for the same reason. So for me to go forwards, I'm definitely going to have to change the listing and specifically talk about why they returned them. They said that they're supposed to be weighted, and nowhere in my listing does it say weighted. So I'm going to put a lightweight, durable plastic.
So is there no way to make them hollower in the bottom and less printing and find something to add in there?
Um, the magnets should be here Friday because that covers two things. It covers weight and it covers magnetic chess pieces, which is a very common thing. Um, the other thing is I picked up new pieces. That's the
Those are
dog
cool.
king. This is the cat. Um, I picked up I found a guy that actually makes designs these, and he doesn't have an outlet. And I said, well, if you can supply me with STLs, which is the file for printing that actually work, I'm willing to pay bigger money for them. So he's in a foreign country, so the money I offered him is like a month's salary for one design. So
So
I'm
let
gonna
me get
start looking at other things.
so so let me get this straight. You're actually listening to the customers and are altering what you do based on customer feedback so that you can be
No.
more successful. That's a crazy thought.
I did it on Whatnot already. I found that on Whatnot, what they're looking for is in the 3D dragon market is something very unique that's not mass produced.
So
So
like
that's not
the scrappies look like they were more popular than the regular ones.
right. And they like custom colors where you go in and you paint these things up and you make them uh here.
So I got a feedback on my chickens on Etsy. You all know what they look like. I have to show one, but I don't have one handy. But the lady said I thought they'd look more realistic. What the what the heck?
Because when I see a hen on nest, I think they look like a real
Yeah,
chicken.
like a real chicken sitting there. You didn't look at the pictures at all, did you?
Because I lift up the little thing expecting there to be eggs inside because they look so real.
She
This-
bought 3 sets of them too.
The wings flap. You know,
I knew Lag was a Russian agent.
these are all different colors, and this one's red and white predominantly. I won't make another red and white one.
That was pretty badass though.
They want some. They want some purple and whatever color. They purple and gold. They want. Yeah, they want.
This thing took 38 hours to print. You can't see it. Where the hell's the gear? There's gears in his feet. That blue is a gear. It took 38 hours to print the whole thing. This is the stuff that they'll pay bigger money for. The mass production stuff is just that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for details. They don't want a black eye or a white eye. They want a white with a pupil and a color. They're looking for details. And I said, okay, if that's what they're looking for, I'm willing to do it, but it's going to have to bring the prices too. Because now instead of being able to produce 100 pieces a day, I'm producing 15.
Oh yeah, you got 15. You got more printers.
So I posed a question in the title of the show. Is eBay dead in 2026?
No.
You don't even sell on eBay. How would you know?
I guess you haven't looked lately.
Did you start eBay back up? No,
Well, I haven't listed anything. I had to get all the legal entities into my name and out of Lori's. But I think I am going to sell the chest on eBay.
See, I think people confuse, and this is people confuse different with dead. They confuse because they're not willing to change, they're not willing to alter, they're not willing to listen to their customer, they're not willing to do any of these things, and so they assume because it's not the same, they equate that with dead and opportunity not being there. Um,
Now I recognize the name. Yeah. That's the stuff they're looking for. Dragons in a barrel. Nobody else sells a dragon in a barrel. You have to, in 2026, to make a living, you have to do one of two things. You have to be like Todd and not care about sales at all. You just don't. You have an income source and you just don't care what happens, and you list, and if it sells, you ship it. Or you have to know what the customer's looking for and provide what the customer is looking for. Nobody's looking for a used coffee pot. But what they are looking for are the parts and the pieces to fix the coffee pot that they have so they don't have to go buy a new one. Because they don't want your dirty, nasty ass coffee pot in their house, but they'll bring in the used parts.
yeah, John's right. Y'all pass on those coffee makers because they don't want them.
Not even a little.
Depends on the coffee maker. Just a plain Jane coffee maker doesn't have a ton of value, but there are different ones that do. And he said coffee pot. I think he meant coffee maker because the pots themselves sell very well.
Yeah, because you break it.
I need to make a video again of that cleaning. I've told you how to clean these things. Hot water and Cascade, and let them sit for 3 or 4 hours. They come out sparkling clean. It's amazing. No work, no scrubbing. Just add.
The other thing is put a steel wool pad in it and spin it around, shake it around, and the steel wool will clean the glass.
So I was talking more like stainless, cleaning stainless. The stainless is so easy. I can't tell you how many that I. First of all, I look at them and cringe because I'm like, people were drinking coffee out of this nasty damn thing. They were disgusting. That's the first thing I think. And then I think, well, I can make money because I'll put a tablespoon of Cascade in it and hot water. So Joni has one of those little water things that she makes pour over and stuff with. So I just run it twice, fill the coffee carafe up, and then the next time I think of it, sometime later in the afternoon, I go get the coffee pot and list it because you just rinse it out. It's clean. It's absolutely amazing.
Big Dre says my 90-day total dropped by 50% without promotions, but I also haven't listed or sourced anything since April, so I suspect more sales will come once I get back on track. Listen,
Probably.
If you're not promoting on eBay, you cannot gripe about sales. Todd refuses to promote on eBay, which is fine, but he never complains about sales being down. There's an exchange there. If you're going to have a mom and pop store, you put it where there's the most traffic. If you're going to be out of the way, you got to bring traffic. Amazon, you can do without promoting. Your sales are not going to be where they should, but everything has a natural sales level. It will sell at a certain level. Does it mean yours will sell at a certain level? No, it means that item sells at a certain level. The other buyers may have a priority over you. They use AI to create the listing because AI does the search. There's a million reasons we can discuss. We have discussed. We've talked about it until we're blue in the face, and people wonder what the hell we're talking about.
So what is Well, you got one. According to y'all, you have less than 24 hours. According to me, I thought we had 48. So, what are you gonna do different this year, folks? This is just specifically you guys in the chat. You know, you've had a talked about year end and goals. What are you gonna do different? You know, it's the one thing that I spent the last couple days really diving into, and I'm going to use my phone. I was really trying to rack my brain around how to get the results tracking I need. When I realized, last night I was so be a savage, folks. I watched a guy. So this will all tie in. I watched a guy talk about the 12 or 13 things you should do with AI, and the first thing, number one thing was quit typing the Chat GPT on your phone. You should be talking to it and like having a conversation instead of typing. And I'm like, could it be that big of a game changing difference? Yes. Whenever all you're doing is because you don't have to stop and start and whatever, it listens and transcribes and talks to you like you're talking. I would say it's like talking to Steve, but Steve never says anything. So it's or especially like talking to Todd. So it's more like talking to Grumpy. Um, see, both of their answers was whatever. Um, because the sooner you can get used to that kind of stuff, the integrations that are coming with chat are going and are already here. I've been talking a little bit about that. That was the next thing he talked about. But because I want to be able to like, the idea is I want to be able to, I want to leave a thrift store, hit Chat GPT and say, I just bought 10 CDs, spent $11. Add this to my cost for today. And it to be able to track everything I spend today but all I have to do is talk to the phone and it categorizes it for me. And so I'm going to get that figured out. But I was looking at Airtable. I was watching videos, I guess about 1:00 this morning about how to use Airtables, and a couple others. When it dawned on me, I have my reseller Genie and I don't use it to its full advantage. It'll do almost everything I need without learning something different. So there's a link in the if you want to start 2026 with my reseller Genie, they are very inexpensive compared to everybody else. Because I looked at Flipwise, Justin's thing, and for my size stores, it was like $70 a month. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying $70 a month for something I can probably do. I'm cheap. I'm still cheap, and so I narrowed it down to using my reseller Genie to track my costs and track all the accounting and to know my numbers every week because you can run reports every day and it pulls the information that I was going to have to pull CSVs for anyway. So all that is wonderful. But I'm going to use a goal tracking app as well because I want something that I can actively track. I don't want an abstract goal. In the first quarter, I want to sell this. Yeah. JT doesn't wear dentures, damn it. So that's some of the stuff that I'm working on right now behind the scenes. I'm going to make more. I think one of the things for the direction of I'm going to make some videos talking about this stuff and some of the things I've learned with the media store. Because the one thing I have learned with the media store is I wasn't talking a lot about it but now that I have listed 8,000 items and got 6,000 up still, I realize that people are lazy and they're not going to put the time in that I'm 4 months ahead of them now. They're not going to put the time in, but I've learned so much that I think it can benefit others. And building a true business and what a true business looks like versus being a reseller. And I think 2026 is about the focus of becoming the business owner. I'm back to downloaded 4 books last night or night before last, 3:00 in the morning again. I'm like, 3:00 in the morning? I'm like, how do I deal with procrastination? It's the bane of my existence. And so I downloaded a couple books for that. And the other thing is I downloaded a couple books to be I'm the world's worst marketer of myself and the channel. And so, so At the bottom of the shit heap is me, and I'm standing on top of Steve. That's the only we're down at the bottom by ourselves. We're hanging out, um, and so I also downloaded a couple books for that. So, what are you going to do for 2026?
Self
Have you,
promotion is hard, man. It's hard.
if you're born an introvert like I am, it is very hard.
Hmm. I 100% agree. It's a tough thing. That's why I
Um,
don't post much on Facebook or do my own YouTubes anymore.
I- 2026 is going to be a very interesting year, I think. Um, this is probably one of those times that I'd like to write it down and go back a year from now and look and see what actually happened.
So, John, that's what I want. That's why I want the goal tracking app so I can. I don't do a very good job of recapping like a quarter, a month. I just keep going, and it's part of what. Okay,
I,
so this is part
I
your
think
fault.
my fault. Oh shit!
This is
Spell
part.
my name right on the check.
So this is part John's fault, and I'll tell you why. Is because the one thing focusing on the media and not starting a new or second has taught me is because I don't dive deep enough into the numbers. I don't know what my decisions are not financially based; they are more feelings based. And I want 2026 because I figure I'm 56. I've got probably 10 to 12 good years left of giving a shit before I just say fuck it. And I mean, I figure in 4 years, John, I'll be mainly media anyway, so it won't matter. You know, that kind of stuff. Because that store will be 25, 30, 50,000 pieces. It'll be what I do. And so, but even then, I want, who inspires me? Uh, so John's definitely on the list. Todd is definitely, he is not. Todd, um, I look at somebody like, Marco coming every now and then. I want my operation. I want that kind of level of detail. If the wind changes two directions today, Mark can tell you how that affects his drone business. How much battery he's going to use up. You know, you know, I'm getting there with the organization. I think I'm decently organized. So I haven't lost in 4 months and over 2,000 sales. I have orders. I haven't lost a CD or. Okay, so I was too fast in the beginning, and some of them were empty, and I had to drop ship those. That was the part of refining the process um, to really put in a lot of checks. But other than that, every CD is here. I mean, yesterday I had to cancel one because the guy's name is Miguel something Jarez. Who knew I had two of him in the same fucking box and I mispicked? So that was that's one and it was delivered on December 2nd. You know what he's told? You know what the customer said? Nothing. They've had the wrong CD for a month and they don't care.
Probably love Miguel Juarez. I don't care if they got the wrong one because his stuff is so good.
So I think there's a lot of
Or they're like me, and $8 doesn't matter.
a lot of improvement to be made in my processes, a lot of improvement to be made in my financial decision making. Because the other thing is, I'm sitting here. I think I've told the story to some people in person. I'm sitting here thinking, I had just 3 or 4 months ago. I had a nice buying budget. I'm like, and a lot of that's disappeared over the last quarter, and I'm like, it always comes back at the end of the fourth quarter, and it's not back this year. And I'm not. It took me a minute to look around and go, I think I know where it went. It's beside me. Um, I mean, it's as simple as I'm on Whatnot the other day, and this guy's got great deals on CDs. They're all new CDs, and I'm winning them for $1 to $3. The most I paid for any one was 16, but that was a movie promo that's worth $85. So I ended up spending $132. I ended up spending $357. That's just in an afternoon on Whatnot. $357 out of the buy budget gone. and I've not been tracking that. Tracking the inventory values. So those are the things I need to get better. I don't need to change. I don't need a printer. I need to get better at this. So the effect this time next year, it's a much the organization that I'm loving right now and the things I'm loving about it. It's a solid business this time next year is what I'm. And how do you get there? You got to put the business steps into it while it's young.
You can ask me on any product that I have how many units I sold last year in the United States or Canada or international, and I can tell you on all three within minutes. It makes a difference when you're sitting here going, okay, this supplier just cut me. They're going to open their retail space up again. I'm going to lose a certain percentage. How do I go about this? And I can look at the numbers and go, okay, if we drop inventory levels now to this level, based on what I think is going to happen, if it is a little better for me, I can add a little, but you're able to look at things and go, yeah, okay, this makes financial sense. I didn't panic when she said this to me yesterday. I was a little pissed off that it was in an email and not a phone call, but you know. And for anybody who's been praying for my brother, he's still a coin flip for living. I know it's kind of tough to say it that way, but he's got a 50-50 shot. He's been home twice, and he's been rushed back to the hospital by helicopter twice in the last week. So we'll see.
Yeah, so the JT, that's right. No more just swinging in the wind. I'm taking the boxers off the media store and putting some briefs on there to keep no more swinging in the wind. If that's the image you need, there you go, JT. I'll take your image of a joke and I will go the next step further.
What about in between? I mean, you could do boxer briefs.
Just rip the Band-Aid off. But and so that's what I want to really focus the channel on, because I don't think I don't know how big the market is for that kind of stuff, because the reselling YouTube stuff, people want to be entertained. The big channels, they want to be entertained. Kevin does a good job of teaching. Yo, Commonwealth, I have a message for you this morning. 2026 inventory system, dude. Are you not paying attention? You're not as old as I am. Okay, you're way shorter than I am, Kevin, but you're not as old as I am. Dude, if you don't switch what you do in a couple of years, you're going to be madly frustrated because of you can't find shit, and it takes you forever to find shit. I promise you. Yes, Monday morning when I looked at my phone and all the orders I had to go pull, 24 out of 26 had an inventory location, and the two that didn't was a bread machine and something else. They were the big items that were just sitting on the shelf in the big item shelves.
Well, fuck, I don't need to be here.
I know your work here is done, John. Appreciate it. See
you. Every once in a while, I'll forget to.
Damn, that wasn't me, folks. Hands off.
Yeah, I know, he just disappeared altogether.
That wasn't me.
Yesterday I had a remote control I sold, and there was no inventory location on it. And sometimes, man, that can be. Luckily, I picked the right bucket the first time, but
so hopefully
better at that stuff.
Hopefully, he'll listen to the show at some point, maybe not, and realize. Do I have to let him back?
No.
All right, then you just sit in timeout back there, comedian. You've been demoted. I had to put Steve back up in his top spot where he belongs.
I changed my name, so.
It's because
Scott's out here telling people you need an inventory system.
But there's people who will tell you different things about, and they, there's, like Justin Reese. Justin does a nice job of recapping what's going on each week in his weekly videos, but he's not showing you the building of a business, because he works full time. He's not showing you what it takes to the value of an inventory system and the different things to tweak your business. And so that I think that's where the channel is going to go next year. Unless I get through this marketing book and it says the hell with all that, and then I'll just say the hell with all that.
I don't think it's going to tell you that.
Here's the thing about 2026. I think you can't plan it like you did 2025. I think you need to, where 2025 you were able to plan out growth for quarters and objectives and things like that. I think you need to have some real flexibility in your planning, because I have a feeling there's going to be a major shift in 2026 in retail marketing. I think in-person live selling, TikTok, whatnot, that type of thing gets much bigger for the smaller sellers, because you're going to have to be able to. Amazon is squeezing the middle out. It's absolutely where they're going. They are going to squeeze me out because they need the profit that I generate from my company in theirs to feed the stockholders.
See, the other thing too, John, that we talk about on the Profit Playbook podcast, in spite of the other John, he talks about it in different ways. I'm just picking on John. Flipping ain't easy. Is the technology is changing so fast right now. You've got Josh in the chat. Good morning to my third favorite Canadian. It's the technology and your ability to list. Folks, I'm beta testing Flex. I have seen the glory that is Flex. The ability to so on the Flex on the regular list easier, I can list stupid fast. Flex is slower, but the thing that it is so much more accurate and optimized for everything it spits out. And the ability to sit there and come home with so many items and go and just take pictures, and then them to be immediately accurate, optimized, and up on eBay in 30 minutes is insane. That I see the dopamine effect for people like me, procrastinators, and the kind of thing is it lists and it is done. The completion factor. Whereas before, if I would take a bunch of pictures and some of them would get listed, some of them wouldn't. I'd make drafts, some of them would get finished, some of them would get deleted. This is immediate pictures to listed. There's no in between. What is Flex? Damn, are ghosts allowed to ask questions in the chat?
I think so.
Poor
Are dead to me supposed to be? Should I allow Larry to be alive? Should I resurrect Larry for 2026? In a mere 12 hours, should we resurrect Larry?
It'd be like the ghost of Christmas past.
So Larry, that is the new listing that's coming to where you don't have to do it in batches on List Easier. It is the workflow that's coming that will allow you to put anything up. So that's the right answer, Corey. I don't know what's going to change in 26, but I'm prepared for whatever it is. So because I know something's coming, I know there's going to be change brings about opportunity, and I understand that. And so I'm trying to prepare myself in the mindset to, even if I hate it, even if I'm mad at it for a minute or two, as a business owner, it's John. He's not crazy about losing this product, but he's formulating things already, because he was cutting off a lot of the fat and the hard stuff all last year. His processes are designed just to churn this one up and kick another one out. His system is so good. He can replace it with a different product if he was still in that mindset.
But Josh said reselling is a game of processes now. No more grinding. I disagree. I think there's going to be a bigger divide like there is in the classes in the United States. There's no more middle. You're either going to be a business or you're going to be a hobbyist.
Right.
You're not going to be able to play that middle ground where you're grinding out a steady income. You're not going to be able to do that without systems and processes and looking more like a real business. Because as AI is implemented into these platforms, you're going to have to be able to work with it, which means you're going to have systems and processes.
Yeah, because you can take off one. So that's where flipping ain't easy. He's a good example. He is come up with a repeatable process for the items he gets to put them through his system of using AI versus he doesn't use one of the big plans right now, and you've got to approach it that way. It's not a one off. It's not a how do you take advantage of these things? How do you make better listings every time? Whatever your process is. The other thing that Josh has talked about a little bit too is, especially with batch listing, never in a time have the little guy had the power of a program to list so much to catch up and have economies of scale if you can find the right products that we have right now, especially using like a program like List Easier. To just think about what I said a few minutes ago. In 4 months, I have listed over 8,000 CDs and DVDs in that media store. There's no folks. I was struggling to do 3 to 4 a day. I couldn't even get to 5 a day half the time, and I'm putting up thousands. Just think about that.
No, Mr. Sadie, what I'm saying is people like Steve
He's gone.
are going to have to make a decision. Am I going to get a job and do this part time, or am I going to turn this into a business? People like Todd are never going to leave. That group of people will always be there. The hobbyist that does not need the income.
So what you're trying to say is how long will Marsha put up with his shit? Is that what you're saying?
I think Marcia runs more of a business than Steve.
Oh, no shit.
Marcia is definitely, yes. I'm very willy nilly on what I do. Not saying that I don't work.
And I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, Steve.
She's much more systems and processes than I am.
When's Marsha's birthday?
August.
That's too long to wait. I was going to send her a whip for her birthday so that she can get you into shape.
With the 3D printing though, I have turned.
Dude, you've got an opportunity to change everything about you, and you can do the same thing with that 3D printing business that I'm doing with this. I'm telling you, you have an opportunity. You have
I see the power of doing things that nobody else. Now, somebody did copy my magnets on Amazon, but they're gonna fail because they're not as good a quality. It just the listings aren't very nice looking. So if you take the time and do it right, you're going to succeed where other people are going to fail. But this is, I think, the future for me now. Will I still do eBay? Absolutely. Love it. And in fact, 3D printing stuff sells not as good on eBay, but it sells. I sold, I think, while I was on vacation, a third of what I sold was eBay. So, and Etsy still sucks. Oh, I'm not going to go into debt for that. In fact, I'm way ahead on the 3D printing stuff right now as far as cash.
But if y'all notice the difference, there is a second printer behind him. Steve used roll. The part of building is which I've run into is as you build and reinvest so much of it in it, you've got to be careful with your cash flow. But he is cash flowed the next printer to continue building. And I don't know what Steve's goal is for how many printers. I'm sure he's going to find that he's going to need. I mean, 8 or 10. Because look at what Pat Dees is able to print. He's got 6, right?
I somewhere in that range. I'm not sure.
I think he has 5.
What is wrong with my mic today? It's probably because I'm so far away. It's either too high or too low. Is that better? Here, how about if I sit right up to the camera?
But if you put your hand over your mouth, that sucks. That's like this. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all
Well,
hear
that
me
wasn't
now?
why. You guys can hear me fine, right? It's just Corey. Corey has bad hearing,
Um,
apparently.
I don't know peddling profits. You saying you can work part time and make a full time income if you get better items with good sell through rate. What you need is unique items with good sell through rates that are hard to find. Um, or have a system and a process like I have that you can just put in a new product. Because in the future, and you can already see it on Amazon, they're doing business, these larger platforms are doing business with China direct. If you go on Amazon Seller Central and look at the seller forums, they're in, a lot of them are in Chinese now, and Amazon's answering them in Chinese. Um, the, it's going to be the ability to find. I think it's going to be a wider catalog with good profits. I gave Steve one yesterday that sells somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 times a month, but it wouldn't take him a day to produce 2,000 units.
Very simple product, yeah.
Very simple, very easy to print, and it has a sell through rate without a lot of advertising. So his margin's going to be higher, and the, the real money is going to be Dusty. Remember Dusty, Scott?
Sadie.
He would buy 100 of something and put them behind him, list them, and sell one and take it out and ship it. And that's where the future is going to be for the small sellers, I believe. Buying lots of something and being able to sell through them at a steady pace. Who's getting on a plane?
Jacob.
Where's it going?
I thought the Amish weren't allowed on planes.
He's going to Antarctica. He's going he's going to swim under the ice wall since he can't go over it.
He's going to Antarctica?
Yeah.
Yeah, he leaves for Argentina this morning or this afternoon. He's flying to Atlanta, then on to Argentina overnight, and then he'll be gone for three weeks.
He's not going to find any Amish girls in Antarctica.
All right, I changed some mic settings. Maybe that'll be better.
It's still quiet. You need to up the input.
I don't know what's going on with it.
Have you looked into
Different every
settings?
time I use it.
Settings under sound, and then the input of the mic.
Yeah, it's different every time I get on here, no matter what I do.
Okay, so I started one of the books on procrastination, and I think it's on a little more than other things. It was on my list before, and I never got around to it. Was Eat That Frog? That's the book I started yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, or maybe it was the night before. Whatever it was. And his point, first set of points was successful people, and I agree with him, have a tendency to do things that are very repeatable. They find out what they're good at, what works in their chosen field, and they become very proficient at it. And so it's what Josh was talking about. Is what Corey's talking about. The more you do something, the more you procure things, the better you get. But also, the more you use AI to help you procure things, the better. You know what I mean? The more skills you have that you can be repeatable. I mean, thrift stores are not dead. I buy stuff there all the time. And oh my God, thrift stores prices are higher. Folks, I actually went to a yard sale this weekend. I tripped over a yard sale Friday. Um, and there was um, one of the things I picked up was a $10 Pet Revolutions carpet cleaner thing, whatever it is. And my idea was I'm going to take the clean water, the dirty water, and the nozzle off. Those three items altogether are worth $85 on eBay. And if I pay $10, that's okay. By the time I ship those things, my profit is still going to be 5 times. It's probably going to be $50 profit. And out of just genuine curiosity, I'm like, is there anything else on this POS that's worth anything? Because I've torn down a lot of stuff this year. Turns out there is a hose on the bottom of it that if you tear everything apart, that hose is worth $37. It's the most expensive part on the machine that I was about to throw in the trash because I should be better at understanding the value of parts of an item versus you can have a process that just does the easy stuff. But that thing went from only being worth $85 to being worth $200. I put an hour's worth of work into it to increase my profits from it's worth 85 and I'm gonna make $50 to it's now worth 200. When they sell through, I'm gonna make 140, 130. So how many people are not willing to invest the hour in something they already have? I could have sold the whole damn thing put it up for $75 and it'd be a pain in the ass to ship.
I kind of disagree with one dark horse. He put in short, raise prices to account for promoted listings. He's talking about promoted listings and the new fees and all that going into effect January 13th. I'm real big this year on understanding natural sales volume, which means a product's going to sell at a certain level no matter how much advertising you do. Take RC Cola, for example. No advertising, no Super Bowl ads, no TV ads, no nothing. But every month they can count on some amount of sales from the supermarket. They've been in business since I was a kid. Okay? When you are able to lower your price a little over the people that are raising their prices for promote, now follow through the whole thought here. Promoted listings, you're saying raise your price to match to help with the promoted listings. If you lower your price a little bit and drop your promoted listings so that you still appear, people are not buying the first, they're not clicking on the top one. They're price shopping a little bit. They're not going 10 pages in. They're price shopping the top 10 items, 15 items. So if you're in that range there with a better price than the top guy, you have to find the sweet spot of that natural sales level. The hard part is on one-offs. Where do you put it? Lamborghini does not advertise either. Neither does Rolls-Royce or Bentley. Although Bentley came out with a TV ad recently.
I just already had all my promoted cooked into the price of the item when I first listed it. I just assume it's going to sell that way.
See, I'm 100%, Steve. I'm the same way. Once I move, after 30 days, I move it to promoted, and I assume that I'm paying that fee. I mean, I don't understand. Just hope and pray that, oh my God, I want to promote, but I'm scared about paying the advertising fee. That is amateur BS, folks. That is, oh my, can I?
I didn't say a word.
I'm just waiting for you to. Could you please learn from John and self-delete yourself?
I even promote my chickens on eBay because it'll come up in a search for other things like hen on nest, something else,
Damn the power I have. Look, I used my mind and tricked him into leaving. Okay, so there's an alternate view, and some of the stuff that Todd does is correct. He's done good with electrical plugs, and as long as he's using the same listings, he should never promote the electrical plugs because he is pushed up in search because he has sold so damn many of them.
That's right.
If you can build the listing correctly and get it to sell naturally without promotions, you should never. That's why I try to give it 30 days. Like that vacuum cleaner that I listed yesterday, it won't be promoted for another 30 days. It just won't.
No, I promote right from the beginning just because I don't have that system or process where I'll go back in and do it. So I just do it right
Steve,
off.
if there was only somebody who made a program that was available that would control your promotions, I forget what
I'm
the name
sure
of
there
it.
is.
No,
But like has been stated, I am more of a hobbyist than a businessman at this
no,
point. So
no more can I think of the name of it. No more. I cannot think of the name of it.
I know it's
Maybe
there.
maybe you should promo Nomo. That is the best. That's that. You know who he wrote that for? He wrote that for you,
So
Steve, for lazy
yeah.
people like me.
Well, I'm
Uh,
not certain that it's lazy. It's just I don't have the
it's
system set up to remind me to do it.
it's not the system,
That's all.
and that's the kind of stuff that I'm trying to get to. Is I want to be deep enough in this new business that I know these things. I can. So on a podcast, when Josh says, "How much have you spent so far?" I don't have to look at the screen and go, "Damn if I know what the hell."
I got to say though, I did. You'll be proud of me, Scott. I used reminders on my phone with Siri.
It's freaking amazing, dude.
Well, I haven't. We'll see how she works. I got a speeding ticket, and the courthouse is closed till January 5th, and I just want to pay the damn thing. And my own fault. It was a rough day, and I was just trying to get home. But so I set a reminder to pay that, and I want to see
Your
how
radar,
that works because
your radar
it'll
detector didn't go off.
change things.
Your radar detector didn't go off.
And my radar detector is Waze, and they don't have radar there. I don't. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. But I
You
think
can't
he's got the stopwatch.
you
He's a
can't use it in
little 60.
Virginia.
I wasn't in Virginia. I was in Ohio. It was a couple weeks ago. Little town. That's a speed trap. It's a known speed trap. I know it's a speed trap, and I still went too fast through there.
So Todd was selling they're the plugs for they're for manufactured homes, right, Todd?
Right. RVs and mobile homes. Yeah. I sold 157 orders of them this year.
He
That's
carried
pretty
on
good.
about them. People gave him hell. Some of those have been recalled. They're terrible. They're this. They're that. And he did his due diligence and went and checked them and listened to people and go, wait a minute, these are not the ones. Then you contact the company to make sure.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it's Katie bar the door. It's amazing. It, that, but his auction sells stuff like that. He's a one off buyer too, but he will take advantage of. That's the one thing I would change with Todd is if you've got multiple quantities, maybe promote to get it going and then leave it alone, and if one offs, but your one offs are so crazy, Todd. The army stuff and stuff are you're looking for such a unique buyer that I don't know how much promotions helps the stuff you pick.
Oh, we're getting a tour.
Oh, you're listening to Silver?
Yeah, I listed it yesterday for $9,999.99.
Doug, good morning to you and Ro. How are y'all on this? You realize that at 3:00 in the morning, we'll be all about 2:30. We will all be sitting in 2026 waiting on you to join us.
Well, you're going to be out there on Friday.
Oh, yes, that's true. I'll be on Friday.
I was there yesterday.
Damn it.
I can't believe that I did that.
But it's you've got to make a decision that's see, I don't think that when the CDs that I bought on Whatnot were a bunch of they were all 90% of them are new. I put those up. I don't think for 30 days that I need help selling those. It's because even after 30 days, some of those are going to take a unique buyer. it's just a craziness. Overnight, what did I sell overnight? This CD. So I started when back in late September. I started thinking about this. Wands, WANES, La Vida Es Una Ratio, 2008 Latin Rock Universal. That sold overnight for $9.99. Um, that was in CD box one, folks. Um, today, when I start listing CDs, I will be in CD box 85,
Nice. How many CDs per box?
58.
That's quite a few CDs.
You understand that that's in CD box one. One. That was the first. That was the first set that I listed.
Jabus, I'm working on it. My mindset has been changed ever since I started this 3D printing stuff because I can see that eBay, when you're a one-off seller, you're not doing the same thing all the time. And for me, that I need more structure. And so the 3D printing gives me the structure. And so I think that'll help even in the eBay stuff. So my mindset has changed quite a bit since I got that. 63 months.
Now, Scott, what you can do, see, I don't know how your system works, but what I did was I was able to compress my jeans in box one and move the front of box two into box one so that at some point I had all the boxes I was going to have and I had to move inventory forwards to fill in the ending inventory.
Okay, so
I think that's what Marcia does with hers.
so I'm using right now. I use the ruler method, John. So I've got 17 CDs set up that are left from the 132, and I measured them, and I forget what how they were 3-4 inches, whatever they were, and I look at the older boxes and see which one of them has which one of them has 4 inches in it, and then when I go to list easier, I'll tell it say it's box 5. These new ones will go in box 5, and so I'm putting running smaller batches at a time with specific box numbers to backfill. Like this DVD box 23 here, for some reason it was a popular. I sold a bunch out of DVD 23, and so I ended up putting half that box back the other day when I bought some DVDs over the weekend. So they backfilled box 23 because that box was. And so there's always a. I was trying to do incremental where I knew it would be, but the incremental. I'm just going to have to read the labels, but it's easy to backfill a box. It's just that was my process is to put it. And Josh told me how I could do it, and yeah.
James, I could do local with the 3D printing stuff. I just don't choose to. I'd rather find a product that people really like, put it on Amazon, ship it into Amazon, and let them sell it.
The money sucks local on 3D printing.
It depends on where you're at. I think you have to do more in-person stuff local, and I don't like that. Maybe I will, but
the beauty of it is 3 people can have have sets of printers and find different markets.
That's right. John wouldn't sell hens on nest, and I wouldn't sell chess pieces. It's just.
I would sell hens on nest.
Well, I'm just saying it's a different product, and you wouldn't have come up with that product, and I would have never thought to try to make chess pieces. So there's a lot of stuff out there, and not just in the 3D printing world. Anybody can do anything if you just put your mind to it. That's where I'm learning. I'm learning that I just got to put my mind to it.
But now I can see where I could take his hens on nest magnet idea and use it on products that I manufacture.
Yeah. And I wouldn't care if you did.
And I ordered magnets to try it.
And I'd be interested to see what you come up with too.
Well, I have a very unique product that I want to try it on, and if what I think works will work, I was going to approach you with it because I don't know that I can. I'm looking to get out of this. You guys don't miss why I did this. And I am accomplishing why I did this. I went big on these printers to show my kids to get their eyes to go like this. And my kids talk about 3D printing night and day right now. They're not making a killing, but they've sold enough to buy filament. I see it, Scott.
Somebody was asking me how many are in box one. Well, since I've got box one, I need to find out. Damn, this is the only problem is can I keep up with readers so I can look in box one?
Now, if you knew somebody that sold readers,
I know that bastard.
I talked about readers on this show forever. Nobody ever took on the idea. Guess what? Cheapreaders.com. If you need readers, we'll take you to my Amazon listing.
I'm gonna go check it out right now.
I think
like this.
Yeah.
All right, cheap readers.
I got just cheap readers, man. You get 5 pairs, $10.
So who am I looking for?
So do y'all ever think about doing any like seasonal 3D printing? Like Valentine's coming up. Are y'all making anything that applies to?
If I were selling on Whatnot or local, I would do a lot of seasonal, and I am considering selling on Whatnot.
Or make
Because
Christmas
that's
ornaments and sell them in October.
Yeah, I think that's a viable
Like a
thing.
star for a Christmas tree or.
Here, Todd, just in case you want to stop by Saturday and you need something for your loved one, I have a heart dragon.
A heart dragon.
I have elephants with hearts in their ears.
There you go.
I have a heart plant. Wait, I'm not done. I have a red elephant, white hearts in his ears. And a white elephant to go with it with red hearts in her ears. Oh, you need more? I have a red bear with a white heart. I have a white bear with a red heart. Come see me on Saturday. I am sure I will do $1,500 or more on Saturday.
So Universal Baby Ken said that eBay needs a new look and an engine, especially with they're too big to mess with the engine. Their infrastructure is crazy. The look, they have a lot of problems. I don't know the website look is it.
And in case your love flew away, I have a heart with wings.
That's angelic.
So sell CDs and you start understanding some of the other things, like the hype sticker there makes that CD more desirable than someone else's that doesn't have that, because if somebody wanted this to not open it, they want the original. There's a couple of them I left price tags on them because of where they were purchased originally. One of them had Tower Records price sticker on it. That's a famous record store, or I guess it was a chain. I left that on there.
I would too. Yeah.
Become the 3D printing expert. Become the postcard expert. You'll be amazed. So Josh and I had a conversation the other day about this. You'll be amazed once you start looking for things, especially in a niche and a thing, how much just physical stuff is out there and people are willing to sell it and get rid of it. I think that's going to be a thing in 2026. Is, man, people
just looking through John's Amazon stuff.
I know. I'm gonna have to look.
The readers look like they got good feedback.
Yeah, he's talked about that for how long, and I'm sure nobody has gone down that rabbit hole.
And they're cheap. He's right; they are cheap. Maybe I should henmagnet.com. I don't think that would do me too well, but
it's amazing.
The domain is a good idea.
It's amazing though. The more you dive down the rabbit hole, the more Steve talks about 3D printing, the more opportunity he sees, because he's immersed himself in this world, and with the mindset of building a business and the products that he's like, I don't know what I see a huge difference in Steve and his progression. The 3D printer versus that other machine you bought, whatever the vinyl cutter thing. Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. there's a huge difference in the way you see that and the way you have approached that. Is I don't know what I can do with this. I can do a few things here or there, and you've been much more aggressive and much more focused on
The
the 3D
difference
world.
is, I was able to immediately make a profit from these things, and that thing is still not paid for itself. And it's more, and I think you're right. It's mindset more than anything. I can only do 2-dimensional stuff with that. I want to think in 3 dimensions, which that'll do. So,
Yeah, Joni bought me readers for Christmas I didn't like from Walmart. I'm gonna ask her why was she hating on you and not using your site.
And do you realize at Walmart they're more expensive than how I sell them?
Oh hell yeah, they're more expensive. I told her I'm like for $15 I get like 8 pairs of these.
Mine are just basic throwaway readers that you can leave and forget and lose all over the place like we always do.
But okay, so here's your warning. eBay sellers who have a store, you've according to me you've got 48 hours, but according to eBay you've probably got 12. Use your coupon. If you haven't used your coupon, get your box, to get your free boxes, free tape, free whatever. Use this. If you have to stop listening to me, hit pause and come back. Go use your coupon. Make a sticky note. Don't give them. This is one of the benefits. It makes the subscription cheaper, even if you get overpriced boxes. It every little bit helps.
These two bears were selling before Christmas for Valentine's Day. The reason retailers have stuff up so fast for holidays and so early is because if people are buying it, they need to have it out for sale. Guys, you have to think ahead. Waiting till February 1st to go, oh, I'm going to do Valentine's Day does not work.
And so that's where you're competing with people like John, who is. So what John will tell you very shortly that he has to have his orders in for Christmas 2026 very shortly.
No, they're
if not
already here.
already.
They're
Yeah,
already
I
in.
mean,
There
they
you
knew
go.
they'd already-
There you go. That's the. I've already talked about you, Commonwealth.
What?
Kevin, listen. If you don't stop right now and give yourself an inventory system, dude, when you're not that far behind me, your brain is going to be full of useless crap like mine is. What part of inventory system? I have followed it my entire. I've followed it since 2000, 2000. I don't know what I was going to say. 20s. When I first started selling, I can't tell you how relieving it is. Look at my phone and go, wait a minute, I know where all this shit is. Holy crap! So for 2026, I challenge you, inventory system, dude. This store has taught me. Oh my god. Well,
Now,
it sounds like your last video. Well, I didn't watch it, so there you go.
Yeah,
I don't
I
have
didn't
anything.
either.
I don't have anything in my closet for 3D print.
I watched it and forgot what it was about.
You tricked me into watching one of those other ones. You tricked me into watching one of those other ones. You tricked me into sending you a picture of me as a kid. I'm boycotting you right now. I'm anti Kevin right now. You're all over my Facebook. I'm anti Kevin right now.
And I'm also printing St. Patrick's Day. Why would I print St. Patrick's Day in January?
Because you're a confused old man.
Yeah, okay. I'll check
Besides
my
that,
checkbook. I'll look at my checkbook in March and see what happens.
James, the technology and what it's been given to the average person, it's absolutely. I watch a guy on YouTube who has a catamaran that was in a hurricane damaged catamaran, and he has his own CNC machine and he has 3D printers. He is using it to.
yeah, I could 3D print that sign for you, Todd, if you want.
Yep. He is using it to build molds, to make fiberglass replacement parts for something that a catamaran, and he's cutting parts of it out with a CNC machine. Folks, 10 years ago, you didn't. He built a storage container, office, and workshop to where the CNC machine is on the wall, and it is making the parts for him for this. And YouTube is paying for it all, by the way. His channel is crazy popular.
You know what's awesome about having this machine is I was able to travel with it over the holidays, take it with me, and make it work for me. I didn't have to turn off my Amazon. I didn't have to turn off my Etsy. And I'd only put my eBay on vacation. So that was nice.
So here's the other thing. As a business owner, here's what I'm struggling with, and I'm probably going to do is one of the differences in the two eBay stores. I have three, but one of them I don't count anymore. Is the margins on the CD store are much less than the regular store, and so I'm thinking, where I've never cared to be top rated plus, I could care less about the discount. What about a store that could use the injection of profit by less fees? And a store that I built inventory systems in, so I'm not struggling like Kevin and me in the old store, is I don't have any problems. I can pull these and ship them one day. Hold on, say, do that again. Yeah.
You should
You
get
fuckers.
anti-Kevin.
I don't know why I come around here. You guys are going to get me freaking.
We have to have comedic relief. But so I'm seriously considering changing the shipping to handling to one day. And so that's the only thing holding me back from top rated plus on that channel. And taking the 10% fees because I ship anyway. So last night before, okay, so one of the things that I'm trying to work on is to set myself up the next day. So before I walked out here last night at, I don't know what time. What time did Johnny start texting me? What are you at 12:46 a.m.? What are you doing? I'm sleeping in bed. Not our bed. Sure, I'm a spirit. Okay, if you say so. This is the conversation at 12:46. So at like 1:10, I go inside, and she's getting something to drink, and I'm like, "Look, my physical and my spirit are going to both merge in bed now." And she's like, "Is this the shit you think of at 1:00 in the morning?" I'm like,
After all these years, she thinks she'd learn.
man, that's terrible. Somebody is.
Something's wrong with your mic, I think, John.
Why?
I think it's Todd.
Sounds like you're talking into a fan, John.
I'm pretty sure it's John.
Me?
Yeah, because every time he talks, it raises.
Yeah, it's definitely you. It sounds like you're talking into a fan. So so what did I do last night? I pulled the 7 items that I sold last night since I shipped. I shipped those 7 items. I cleaned up the workstation over there. I list the items that I listed. I put them right by the door because they're going to the building whenever I go to the building to pick up the sales. I try to set up to. I made this show for God's sakes. The things because I'm trying to build the habit the first 21 days of January that I will prepare my area out here for tomorrow. So I don't walk in. I don't spend the first 30 minutes cleaning up the mess, and whether it's the mess of my mind. And so, like I say, since 1:00 this morning, I've only got two to pull. This one and one other one.
Is it better?
Yeah, much better. You're fine. I really want to. I really want to build that part of, and so I think the shipping in one day, the 24-hour shipping, I think I can do no problem. And so that's Dusty. That's a great point. Mailbox. I can use the mailbox as well because, I think I've told y'all the story. One of the first things I did when we bought this house was change the mailbox out from the little one to the real big one. And all the mailboxes in the neighborhood look the same. I'm the house on the end of the bottom of the hill until you get down here and realize, wait a minute, uh, that mailbox is larger than anybody's in the neighborhood.
No, we went
And
from one of those little letter boxes. You know what I'm talking about. We just finally got the big giant mailbox. Oh, I love that. They can put
but
packages in there and everything.
my postal lady, she loves it because a lot of the Amazon packages fit in there. She doesn't have to go up to the porch as much.
Same with us.
And it doesn't run till 5 o'clock at night, 4 to 5 anyway. So I definitely need to take advantage of that. Because I counted day before yesterday, whenever I was talking to Jennifer yesterday, our post office has 21 parking spots. And you think, oh, beer, 21 parking spots. That's for everything. That's for the trucks. That's for the employees. That's for the customers. That's the handicap spot. That's everything. 21. So if I were to go up there, they're open right now. They're currently doing Amazon in the parking lot. The trucks are all there. There's maybe two parks. The handicap spot is open, maybe, unless somebody like me who has jumped into it because you don't have a choice. It is so bad
Ours,
now. There, two of the employees are parking in the grass in front of the post office.
ours has 5 or 6 parking spots that the public is allowed to use. And
So
there was construction, so most of those were gone.
yeah, so spending cents. It's. I'm not saying it's easy. I don't do it every day. Last night just happened to be a win to reset for today. I need. It's something that is not natural to me because I'm a man. I am done. It's been a long day. Um, but it's something I'm trying to force. Uh, uh, and I've talked to the lady who runs this route, and she's like, "You can do whatever you can do to put in the. I'll pick them up, whatever." Because she drives one of the Mercedes vans, and there's only like 10 houses left on her route when she gets here. Her van's empty when she gets here, and I have a hand truck, to put nothing I sell is too terribly heavy. But that's how I do UPS. I just put it on a hand truck and stick it in front of the van. They come and get it. Um, but I could be very helpful for that.
I agree, Mark. I don't like that message either. As it's shipped yet, and I
Yeah,
never
I always
have that
tell them
issue.
no.
so I
I
think
never
that's what
have
I'm.
the issue because I ship out same day most of the time.
So
Yeah,
I
but I
think I'm gonna
don't
turn that on.
get it. I tell them no. Screw them.
Hey, I have another update in the never-ending saga of the Kokomotion machine return. The guy returned the wrong one. I think I said that on the last show. And then when I get home from vacation, there's a box sitting out there.
So you have two of them now.
The guy sent me 2 with the same return label. I don't know how he did it. I don't care how he did it. eBay sided with me, plus gave him a refund on the one. So I was made whole on the first one. Now I have 2 free Kokomotion machines that I can sell.
JT, bite your tongue.
Should I contact the guy or just block him on eBay? That's what I'm going to do is block him, so he can't buy any more of mine. Because talking about processes, this guy never read his return. He would have realized right away that he was sending it to the wrong seller, and then he sends the wrong machine to me, and then he sends another machine to me somehow. I'm hoping he sends a few more. To be honest with you.
Can't gifts from customers are not stealing.
No, that was a gift.
That was a gift.
There was a nice gift message in there. What would you do? Seriously, would you contact the guy? Say, hey, you know why I won't contact him? He didn't read my first message. What makes me think he's going to read the next one?
And then also too, he's going to expect probably at your expense you to send it somewhere.
Yeah, no, sorry. He was made whole. He got his money back.
Then he.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd do the right thing, Kent. When I think of Kent, I think that's a man who's going to do the right thing, always.
I don't think that way.
I am gonna block the guy because it is clear to me that he buys and sells these things. He's probably selling them on Amazon. And I don't think he even looks at the eBay listings. I think he just makes an offer. He has a same offer he sends out to everybody. Yeah, right? Have him send another one out.
Okay, but understand this, folks. Steve's not whole in this whole thing because you've lost money in the initial shipping. You didn't get that back.
No, I think I charged shipping on that, calculated. Well, no, because he sent it as an item not as described. You're right.
So you might have paid,
got that.
you might have actually paid shipping twice, Steve. You need to check that and see because eBay might have charged you.
But I'll take
eBay's
that.
probably charged you both
shipping.
labels.
I'll take if they do. That's fine because you get a co-commotion for what it was. It was under $10 to ship that. They probably did, but it's okay. He can send me more for that price. I'll take them.
Oh my God! At the end of 2025, I didn't have Kent Daigle as the voice of the guardian of your soul. That was not on my bingo card.
I've done a lot worse things.
What's going to happen in a mere 12 hours now? If Kent has now become the guardian of your soul?
I've decided, Kent, that in 2026 I'll reform, but for today, it's not going to happen.
That is. So I'm definitely going to do that. So after the show, I'm going to put the and also too. So hopefully it'll help with what John is talking about earlier, because I want to be up in search without promoting. And so if that's just one more thing that will be to the credit, the score of the listing is if I ship faster than everybody else, it'll naturally push these things up a little bit. I think that's to be interesting to track.
It's just all the little nuances that you can listen. When you buy something, you expect the seller to do certain things. If you take those same expectations and apply them to your business model, it makes life a whole lot easier.
Yeah, so that's okay. So and the other thing too is this business. I'm kind of hyper focused on it versus the other one. I am. Good morning, Gwen.
Good morning, Gwen.
Well, I forgot to add that neither one of these is the one that I sent him.
Oh, neither one of them is the right one.
Neither one.
So the other thing, because I'm hypersensitive, they get shipped very, So yesterday at 3:15, I'm like, I've still got 30 minutes before I have to walk out of here to the post office. I think I can finish shipping everything. So at 3:45 when I walked out of here, I had 17 I shipped. I'm like, these are all gone. So I ship multiple times a day on that store just because I am hyper focused on it. So yeah, I'm gonna turn that. How long can I sustain that? That's the question that Dave had, and when I was talking to Dave about it last night, folks, I'm telling you, make your goal for 2026 to build a network of resellers that you can ask opinions on. I didn't call John and ask him about this because I wouldn't bother him with a question that's not in his wheelhouse. But Dave is building a media store, and Dave's thought was, you'll be great at it right now, but what happens when you're 5 times the size? How long? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll make that decision then. I want to take advantage of it now. So, your item sold. Okay, so we just sold an item on eBay. What do you think? Hey, Kevin, are you still here? Do I have a location on this thing? I sold that Owleez. Do y'all remember me trying to make it fly on one of the shows? The Owleez. Oh my God, it's in bin A6. Hot damn. Okay, so the Owleez is a great example. Why I knew it had a location. Do you know why I know the Owleez had a location? Because I've already had to cancel that bastard once, and when I found him and relisted him, I'm like, this ain't happening again. And I put the location of where he is. So I actually knew where he was. But But I didn't depend on my memory this time. I'm like, you know what? You're going in a bin and you're going to location number. Winning.
I can't wait for the end of 2026. I want to see where you're at.
The
I think
goal is
we're
right
all going
now
to be in a different place, to be honest.
2,000 listens a month. So, but I'm selling at a pretty decent clip right now. I'm trying it different. You know, I know the bulk. I've got a lot of. I've still got 2/3 of the pallet sitting over there that's got to be listed.
Read,
And
read Mark's comment. That's very important.
all right.
It does suck to have to change what you're doing.
Yeah, I can't, especially at 50,000 postcards. That would have to be tough. No, and I want to get used to it now to see what happens. I think it can be nothing but a benefit right now. Maybe even for 2026, just to see, commit to it, but it also means that if I've built the systems in place where if I'm not even here, Jacob and Johnny will come out and ship these things. I have
Hey,
everything.
I can do work your systems. Holy shit! That means you got SOP.
Fuck, can't take this shit. Even I had to kick him out this time.
If other people can work your systems and processes, that means you have SOPs, man. You're really fucking getting on board here.
I think it's the difference, John, in surviving 2026 and not. How much can how repeatable, how well can you repeat your processes? How well because there's no
Listen,
stuff.
you mentioned cash flow, right?
Yep.
You weren't sure about, you're always used to it coming back at the end of fourth quarter. Now, if you find a hot product on Amazon, you can chase that product for a week, knowing that your systems and processes will keep
Yeah.
you going. I mean,
Box 50.
I'm sure this is the first time I've said anything about systems and processes on this show. Or to you.
What?
I'm trying to think. Have I ever heard that before? No, I've never heard that.
Sort
No.
of foreign language.
But it's what made the difference when we were selling at the same level. The thing that allowed me to advance past that was the systems and processes, and you're starting to see that in your business model.
Yeah, no, we're gonna pull Sarah Brightman. What do y'all think? Does anybody know who Sarah Brightman is?
Must be a
No,
CD.
Hmm?
a musician.
My first guess is a CD.
The trees they grow.
Hmm.
Oh
They do.
man!
The trees they grow so high is the name of the city. So, and that's
So she's a CD and she's a singer and a gardener.
I think it sounds like a folksy type. Or
the
new
one thing
age.
I'll tell you is, man, you give yourself the opportunity to learn so much whenever you. I know more about CDs now in the last 4 months.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just like systems and processes.
You can't help when you do jump in like you have and do all that stuff and see as many CDs as you do, and James, for example, you can't help but learning something, about.
And so here's a good example, Steve. So one of the things I want to do is procure a lot of it locally, even though it costs me a little more money. So I was at the thrift store yesterday. Okay, first at the thrift store, somebody tried to steal my crock pot. I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the wall, the basket's behind me, and I hear somebody come up and say, "That's a nice crock pot." Harlan was taking it out of my fucking basket.
Harlan?
Harlan was taking it out of my basket.
I'd have
Probably gonna
beat
sell it on
his
his
right there
auction.
on the spot.
What the hell?
I would have stomped him, then went to the book section and found his book and beat him with his fucking book. Hey, you Dave Ramsey public motherfucker.
He starts laughing. He's like, I looked at that. I'm like, all I can see is the basket because I was behind the shelf. He's like, I bet beer would like that. And then I walk by. Hell, it's you standing there with the basket. But so I'm looking through the CDs, and you understand which ones are more valuable, and which ones to look at. So I looked at one from, it's a Pittsburgh CD from Pittsburgh. It's from 97.7 Rocks or something like that, and that stupid CDs, a compilation CDs from the late '90s. It's worth $28 freaking dollars. It's just some oddball CD. It's not a. Oh my god, dude! It's got to be
compilation CDs out of Pittsburgh.
It's got to be metal from the '80s. No, it doesn't have to be metal music from the '80s. Neither one of these. Neither one of these is metal music from the '80s.
There's a lot of punk that came out of Pittsburgh in the '90s, and there's a lot of those kind of compilations that came out of there. So
I never thought that is one thing I never thought that about compilations. I'm like, man, those things are worthless.
Well, some of those bands, that's the only thing they ever put out, you know.
It is, so that's the one thing you learn very quickly that I never thought of is some of these CDs. That's the only place. Like, why are the soundtracks so popular? There are some of those soundtracks that the movie contracted that artist to write the song for it. And Huey Lewis and the News is a great example. One of their songs for the Michael J. Fox movies. It was never on one of their albums. They weren't allowed to put it on an album in the 80s. So there's songs that people want. I had somebody ask me the other day about a CD if it had a certain song on it, and it was it a duet or not. I'm like, I don't know. Let me go look. Picmato, classical CDs do not sell. What the hell?
No.
Quit saying shit like that. Classical CDs do not sell.
They don't.
They
you
don't.
Want everybody to believe that, so you can go in and pick them up.
Just leave them. Don't look at them. Just throw them out. It's nah.
Hey, Corey, we took our tree down yesterday. My wife was very adamant that gets done. Usually we wait till January 1st, but not this year.
And so, I sell some. So they are also the hardest to pick. The classical are the hardest to pick because the one yesterday I looked at the box like 3 times, so I finally found that damn CD. Let's see. All orders. It was, what was her name? The Schubert Symphony number 9 and number 6 CD from 1995 by Mercury Release.
Hey, Sue.
Oh my God, that took forever. And then I looked at that box 3 times. I guess I didn't pull enough CDs fast enough because I've sold five more during this show.
That's awesome, man.
But it's you become an expert. It's why did I like watching My Crazy Picker Life? Because I should have learned those lessons that I've talked about on the show. His kid is wicked smart with a damn camera, and he would tell you that we command a 30% higher price because of repeat customers. Customers trust us. We know cameras.
What? They were in a lane and stuck to it?
Well, they bought other stuff too. No, they weren't just in the camera lane. The boy was.
Hey, you know what my goal is for 2026? Is not to see Grumpy for an entire year.
You don't.
Listen, I harped
know
on you.
about that.
I have harped on you for years about this stuff. And you kind of blew me off, brushed me off, second-guessed me the entire time. And now that you're actually starting to listen, don't you wish you would have done it when I first said it?
The timing wasn't right, John.
I get that. I get the timing wasn't right, but don't you looking back, don't you wish you would have listened to some of the shit I said?
Oh, some of it for sure, 100%. But like the timing, I could never build without List Easier. I couldn't have built the business that I'm building now. That's why Josh is my third favorite Canadian. I don't know who the first two are, but I couldn't put him at first.
Michael
He has
J.
to be
Fox has
third.
got to be up there somewhere.
Sometimes,
Trudeau's got to be up there.
sometimes Super Dave is number two. He's in the top five, but Super Dave is mean to me in text. He makes fun of me being old. Every time I say something in a text about I found an error, the first thing is he goes, "You sure this is not a senior moment?" No, Dave, this is not a senior moment. uh, but but everybody has that opportunity. You can do whatever. This so who was the one telling me about the thing? Good morning, Miss Sue. So Fred, only 39 CDs, dude. I sold one this morning. Uh, Dowdland, the third book of songs, and box 11. I could have sworn I sold that the other day.
Maybe you got more than one.
Mm.
I hope you got more than one. If you did.
So that's two in the past 2 days. I sell classical music almost every day. I was very fortunate that to discover that by accident at an estate sale when I bought what 2
Why do you
boxes
think
of
it is?
classical music.
Why do you think it is you sell so much classical? I have a theory, but
I know why it is.
Okay, why?
Go to Apple Music and try to listen to it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's not available. It's not on YouTube. It's not on Apple Music or any of those Spotify or any of that. I mean, sure, some of it probably is.
That's 100% the reason. You can't.
Yeah.
There is still a demand for it. It is still. We assume because we live, rock and roll and country music in America, or hip hop. We're not the entire world, folks. There's lots of people that enjoy that kind of music, and yeah, it's a thousand to go through. Dude, get List Easier and get that shit listed. It's use code Commonwealth and go use List Easier. Change your life. It's terrible I have to say that.
I know.
But I care about y'all so much that I will cringe and say, go use code Commonwealth to get your discount to try out List Easier because I think so much of List Easier. I think folks, you have such an opportunity to level up in your business that most people don't even know about yet. Get ahead of them. Absolutely get ahead of them. I even mentioned to Josh the other day, I'm like, dude, I don't care anything about the affiliates. The power of List Easier and to make money is right here. I don't sell myself anyway because I'm listening to the books trying to figure this out. That's Kevin. Kevin's really good at it.
Yeah, you don't even mention your supply hut code.
I know. I don't code bearded. I don't ever. I'm the only one that didn't. I didn't abandon Charlie, in the Bubblegate episode of whatever that was. I did not abandon Charlie.
I just bought some bubble wrap from there. Forgot to use your code, of course. But
No, it's cheaper. The bubble wrap is the only thing that's cheaper on eBay.
it was cheaper.
Buy it on eBay, but everything else buy it on the website.
I did buy it on eBay, but it seems to be a decent bubble wrap.
Charlie didn't even send me a Christmas present or nothing, and I did not walk away from Charlie. Damn it! All right. So, what do y'all want to talk about for 20 minutes?
You still have 20 minutes.
We still have 20 minutes. I'm fired up. I'm ready to get.
My question is how much of you got 30. Well, we got 30 days left of the deal.
Yeah, 31 to be exact.
Do you think you can make it work past that?
See, the problem is, John, is I already told you that I reneged on our deal.
I don't consider that reneging because it's
it's the entire year. I'm not giving this. I'm not.
yeah, but you don't have me over your shoulder. You don't have to, come to me and say, "Well, I didn't listen. I doing something else now."
So Sue 8875. I'm gonna answer a question real quick. Um, I'm not putting them on unless it's a really valuable. It's all eBay. It's all eBay because List Easier is all eBay.
And Amazon's fees on media is
Yeah, so if you've never sold media on Amazon, CDs and DVDs, Amazon charges you.
I don't know what it
What's
is
what's the
nowadays, but
number? Uh,
it's stupid. I know why they do it. They'll get flooded, but with cheap shit.
$1.80. That's what I thought. They charge you an extra $1.80, so it's an extra 18%. So you really have to sell at FBA, and then you're competing with. I did sell a Blu-ray over there this week because it was worth $20 more. So I checked the expensive ones. So it was um, the Passion for the Christ Blu-ray, new sealed. I sold it for 56. The highest I could get on eBay was 33. So I sold that over there. But that's part of 2026 is I need to figure out how to bring the processes in to something that is that worthy to do FBM. That's I need to put that in my goals for the first quarter is to figure out how to, and I think that's going to be involving using Scout IQ to give me prices, knowing that if it makes money on Amazon, it makes money on eBay, and then culling based on a certain amount of number because once it gets above a certain number, it does make more money on Amazon. Because so I need to figure that out. I haven't done that yet. So even though I do eBay, the question is valid. It'll probably be FBM still.
The queen is up. I have to run. Happy New Year's, everybody. I'll see you next week. No, I won't. Just keep going, Scott. I'm really am proud of you. I didn't think you were gonna make it. I didn't. I gave you 2 months. I figured you'd have a new idea.
No, we'll discuss this in December next year.
All right, I'm up for it. Happy New Year's, everybody. Have a great one. I'll talk to you
See you, buddy.
Hey, John.
later.
Bye, Grump.
Feliz Navidad.
Um,
I'm off a little.
some of the background was John. Dang it, John.
I don't know what was going on there. Yeah.
But it's so there's goals, and I just challenge you. You got 12 hours. Figure out what you're going to do for next year. You don't have to have it done tonight, but you've got a couple weeks. Sales are a touch slower. Figure out what works for you. Where do you want to be? Now, and without the questions here on YouTube, I was thinking about goals, and the FBM part I had not considered yet, even though I know it needs to be part of it. So get your inspiration for wherever it is. I appreciate that question. You're a little late for Feliz Navidad. Mark, do you understand Spanish? Kevin is fast. What? The opportunity is out there. Is eBay viable in 2026? This is a double-edged question. If you're not willing to, it's what do you want out of eBay? That's the question. It can be viable for each. What do you want out of it? It's a different question for each individual person. Todd and I don't want the same thing. So the way we go about things are going to be completely different.
Yeah, I had my best year ever, 2025. I just want to keep going.
Even though I tell him he's crazy for not promoting, he doesn't need it, and he is meeting his expectations. Why would he spend the extra money? Whereas I'm trying to earn a living and trying to build and take advantage of the system to sell faster. Todd doesn't have those concerns. Is can Gwen get on a boat this year? Can she go see Europe again? Or actually, can Todd afford his next eyeball?
January 8th.
And so it's up to each individual. But I can tell you, man, the tools are there. You know, when I tell you list easier has changed everything, you folks, you don't understand if you're not using it, the opportunity that's available, that you can compete with the big guys. It just is. You don't understand the people that coming through this chat. I'm the dummy who turned the camera on. You know, you've got somebody, Grams and Pops Vendors. That's a wicked smart dude. If you're not following him and listen to what he has to say that's the show that he does on Tuesdays. Which, are you doing it next Tuesday? It's 2026. Come on now. You said not to the end of the year. That's next year. Wicked smart dude. Am I gonna say Kevin is smart today?
No,
Damn,
you don't have to do
that hurts.
You don't have to lower your standards for that.
He comes across as the good old boy from Virginia, but don't miss in his little country charm. Don't miss how smart that dude is. Don't. It's there's lots of people out there to give really good information. You can go be entertained if you want to be entertained, but I don't know how that. So I'm back to my goals again. I'm back to a book a month minimum. Oh my God! Now we're no Corey too. Damn it! You made the notepad, Corey. You're famous. Kevin, did you forget this was Wednesday and just decide, I wonder what Beard's up to today?
And attractive.
Oh, and attractive. Are you talking about Corey or yourself?
What would Kevin look like with Corey's beard? That would be great.
All I can say, Kevin, is you're like the rest of us resellers. You overachieved in the wife department. That's all I got to say. There you go.
Kevin and Corey both.
That is not a time to lower your standards.
Not even a little.
Swings. You can start a lot of these things now though. What do you need to cut and dry? Start tracking for 2026. Start doing things right now. It just like Mark said, it's hard to do it from a small. Once you're big, to make changes. You know, the time of the year also makes it a little more difficult. It's much easier to start tracking, doing things when you got to cut off dead data. But Beard, I've been so terrible the last couple of years. Change it today. Change it starting 01/01/26. You had to pay your car. They stopped taking payment by mail. What the hell?
I can just do it online.
Actually, I went and got a line too, so I understand, Kevin. They built that new facility and the little fancy. They give you a little ticket that punches out, and you watch the screen. Now serving.
Yeah, that's how ours works.
Just don't wait till the last couple of days. Go in the middle of the month.
Go on a Wednesday morning.
I lost my wallet in the middle of the month, and that was way easier than the tag at the end of the month. Even though I found the wallet, and now I have 2 licenses. But it's you've got a wonderful opportunity. You've got a dead date. You know, you owe it to yourself and your business. Fix 2026 right now.
Asshole.
I can imagine the state sale company comes in and goes, y'all got to clean this shit up before we can do this. Y'all need to have a yard sale before we do this.
Oh, the moment I'm gone, my wife is going to put it all out on the front yard. It's gone. She don't even care.
I mean, but Beard, so we're looking at a label printer. I, Condon sent me a message yesterday. I was driving when I got it, so I didn't see there was a code. Let me see if the code is still there.
I just bought another label printer for $30. Now it's a USB only, but I use it when I'm traveling. Oh my god, I love that.
This one is USB only. I don't know how long the code lasts.
Off Nova is the one I got.
This one is an
Nice little printer.
I'll give you this.
Really. I got that on a Black Friday sale for, I think it's $28.
This is a USB only printer. There's the link. I'll give you the code too, so you don't have to be like me and not know the code. It's $29.99 USB only laser printer, and yesterday that code was taking $12 off, so it made it $18. Dave ordered one. Dave ordered one.
I don't need one, so
that makes a label printer $18. For God's sakes, it is an what brand is it? ORGSTA. Orgsta. 328 reviews, 4.2 is red.
So you said there's a code, or is that just a link that?
No, that's the $29. That's the link, and then the code's below in the next line. It's the code.
Oh, save 10%. I see.
Yeah, LG.
Oh, you have to be Prime.
You have to be Prime, but don't most people have Prime?
Only when it's free.
All right, Kevin. Have a good day, buddy.
Yeah, if you need one, I got it to serve as I print these little labels for my chickens, put them on the bags.
So do you print that on a regular laser printer or like one of them little label printers? Johnny bought one of them. Johnny bought one of them little itty bitty label printers. She's been doing that with.
Yeah, I tried it, but my wife has one, and I didn't care for it. So I spent $28 on this one, and it works perfectly. But like I said, it's USB only. And I took this one on vacation with me, and it printed labels and shipping labels. So.
Yeah, I don't ever use a wireless. Mine are all because I have the Mac Mini over there. This is a desktop. I have it. I use the wired always anyway.
Marcia uses a Bluetooth one, but it's IDPRT Bluetooth. But because she's using a Mac, it's a difficult thing to get that Bluetooth to work the first time, and then it takes forever to print the damn label.
Yeah, that drives me nuts. So Kent said he bought one. The final amount was $19.65, folks.
Nice.
I don't need a printer for God's sakes, but for a $20 bill, a label printer for a $20 bill.
Put it in the closet, and if one of yours breaks down or you want to go travel or something. Mine is Off Nova, OFFNOVA.
They don't, folks. These things rarely break. You understand? But Beard Rollo has wireless, and they have such great customer service, and they're $200. You could destroy 10 of these before you get to the cost of a.
And I bet you that thing performs just as well as a Rollo, if not better.
They're all the same.
I bet you there's only two or three manufacturers that make them.
Somebody's child got it this morning to make you a printer. Give them the $20. That's terrible, isn't it? I think in 2026 I need to be nicer. No more jokes in 2026. Phil said 2 for $38, folks. $19 for a printer is a deal. That's your gift for the 98 of y'all watching the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you.
I want to see if that code works.
It does. They're buying them.
I mean, without Prime.
Without Prime. Rolo's amazing, but I would tell you the one I got over there that I bought for $3 at a yard sale is amazing. Rolo won't format anymore. That's why you need a chassis. That's why you need an $18 printer.
How do I add this damn thing to my cart?
So Southern Vantage bought 2 of the B prints. They're actually, you see them a lot now. The B print, I've seen them. They're all over Amazon. All those printers are the same. If you look at them, can't tell me you might buy a few more. Give them out to your friends. Too bad Kevin's already gone. Did I give him? Did he hear this beforehand? He could have bought a bunch of them and given away on this to his audience.
Where is it giving me? Doesn't give me.
If you're a new reseller, the amount of money you can save with printing your own labels for $18 is just insane. Yeah, absolutely insane. She got $8 printer from. I've got. I think the $3 one I sent to Jennifer. Jennifer's using it, but the one I got over there was. I think I paid $15 at it. It was an Amazon return at a yard sale because it had the tray holder with it.
Okay, so officially that code does not work unless you have Prime.
Unless you have so you have to have Prime.
Because hell, I'd have bought another one just for that price.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy at least one after the show.
I did buy a Temu printer. Now, normally I have really good luck with Temu stuff, but I had to send the printer back. It just didn't work. This one works perfectly, the one that I got. I might my earbud in, Todd.
I'm like, did Todd kick the bucket? What in the hell just happened to Todd? Did he finally just fall over?
Monitor.
Happy New Year.
So hopefully I've inspired you guys to really figure out 2026. I'm still working on the mechanics of how to do it. When I figure out which goal app I'm going to use, there's one called Stride. It's probably going to be the one I use, Stride, because it's more towards the goal setting. The Airtable is more towards making a spreadsheet on steroids, and I don't need that because my reseller Genie will accomplish all those things. I've had it for a long time, but just never taken it serious. So
Daphne says, "Happy New Year."
Spendy says G thinks I was shipping and have my back to the computer. That sounds scared the hell out of him.
I know. Well, I had my earbud in, and that thing was loud. It about blew my ear
out. Phil, nobody's thinking that, by the way. Nobody's thinking that. What's up, Daphne? Is it treat time, breakfast time? What you in here for, Daphne?
She said, Mom went to the store, so I came to see Dad.
Anissa, when I came out here, I closed the door because the draft of leaving that door open puts in too much cold air in the house. I live in the South, and the high yesterday was like 36, for God's sakes.
I think we got to 25.
You get
a lot of snow. It's snowing like crazy right now.
You can see Franklin. That was Franklin yesterday on the couch. And that was Phoebe looking at me like, do you have something to eat? No, I don't have something to eat. I know, right? Corey, that's terrible that you got to go be with people.
My grandchildren had their birthday party at the jump out, one of those jump houses. Ugh, I had to deal with all the people. I mean, not that I was in charge or
Daphne,
anything, but just being around that many people, that
baby.
was rough.
Mm. And not to mention, when I left, I turned the electric blanket back on, and Phoebe goes into Jedi mode where she looks like she's like a Sith Lord, because you come out and all you see is a nose when I walk in there, because she's under the heat blanket, all wrapped up like a wiener dog burrito. 60s and 70s in Colorado, and it's freaking. I think we see 60s tomorrow.
Nice. Not here.
48 today. We're climbing out of it. 55 tomorrow. Oh, we see 60 next in a week. As long as it's not in the low 20s. Heck.
We came home, what was it, Monday afternoon, and there was a wreck on Interstate 79 in Crawford County, Pennsylvania. So we had to make a detour, and it took us down these back roads. We've done this detour before, so we know which way we're going. But we get about 8 miles from home, and it's a whiteout all the way home.
Is that you went to a Penn State football game? The whiteout? What?
No, it wasn't that kind of whiteout. It was the kind of whiteout where you can't see the car in front of you. Of course, it cleared up an hour after we got home. So if we had been an hour before or an hour later, we'd have been fine. But that was rough. And then I had to unload the car during the whiteout.
Right.
We had food in there and stuff, and that was rough. That's why I identify as a Southerner.
Oh, look, we sold something else during the show. Some Clinique All About Eyes, something Jody donated. And guess what? It has a bin location. Winning. I'm telling you, I should have listened earlier. Dang, this not hunting for inventory. It makes reselling not even a challenge anymore if I know where stuff is.
Isn't that part of the fun, though? Not for this? No, it's not.
So I'll leave you with this thought for 2026. So yesterday I was listing that vacuum cleaner, and it's the way I've been listing here now. So how have I made the switch? Because you got to know yourself, you got to know your weaknesses, and how have I made the switch to getting inventory on every locations on everything? I'm just listing by the box now. I'm gonna do the same thing with Flex whenever, and that's what I've been doing with Flex as well. Is I fill a box up and I list that box, and it's all box whatever or tote whatever. And when I got started to do the next set of listings, it all go unless it's a big stuff, and then I've got to pull some. I've got a lot of Van Massey in the way right now. The local auction, if you don't know what Van Massey is, because I haven't been to Van Massey. Oh my God. The last drop off was the first week of December. It's been over a month. It was 6 weeks without a drop off there. So I've got stuff where I've been organizing and setting stuff aside to go there, and I've been still buying stuff to go there. I've got a ton of stuff for Van Massey that if there was only another auction around here, I probably should be selling stuff at.
Yeah.
Legacy something.
Somebody should start one.
Instead of stealing my crock pot, they should probably start an auction.
Maybe it'll happen.
I got to seriously consider that, because I've got so much, and I want to rearrange that building so that I can say, hey, now that everything will have a location, so that when I get over there on my phone, I can just edit the listing and go, wait a minute. Bread machine is on shelf 3. And so because I want to anticipate a point further in where I want to do the longer yard sales. I want to be gone for a while, and I want Jacob and Joni if Joni doesn't go with me, it'll be Jacob. If she goes with me, if she doesn't go, it'll be the two of them. But I want them to be able to go over there and go, I need the bread machine on shelf 3, not knowing that I stuck it on shelf 7. So I want it to be that detailed so that when I'm out of the mix, there's no issues. It's just, and so how have I been doing that? Listening by the bin, and that way, whenever I get done, so like when I got done listing last night, I had 9 items from that vacuum, that carpet cleaner. None of them had listings on them, and so I typed it in the first one, and because on the listing screen you can do the box, and I hit the pencil, and I put box. I think I made 100, and I copy, and then down each one of them, paste, or I could have bulk edited all up. But I've been doing the get them all listed in one box, and then at one time put all the stuff in there before I move on. It's been very nice. Whatever works for you, I'm telling you. Kevin's gone now, but one day, Kevin, you'll see the wisdom in my ways. Every now and then, what's a broken clock right twice a day? Right. That's all I got for you. Hope you guys
Got nothing.
have a great night. Somebody plays football tonight. We'll be watching football tonight. Yeah, Legacy Online. Can't ask them. Not Legacy. Is that
Leering Center?
Oh yeah, the Leering Center. Oh my God, that's a nightmare. I hope you got and have a safe night if you're out. The crazies are out with you. It'll be all I can do to put pajamas on and make it to the living room. I think I posted that on Facebook. That Corey, I thought you were gone.
Legacy Leering Center. Go check it out.
B News, you're a little late, man. Next year you work on being on time. But yeah, have a great night. Be safe if you're out. If not, I'm gonna watch college football probably right there on that TV, and I'll be out here listening. Probably see these. Story of your life. All right. Should we give them do I have an outro over here somewhere? Oh, watch that.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.